component testing. Okay, so now for the first one we are going to check on how to test is the testing of diode. I hope have you ever come across a word or the component diode on mobile phone board?
Yeah.
Alright, so now in order to know whether it's in good condition, how to test it in the right way with our multimeter. So that's what we want to cover.
Okay.
Alright, so in order to test a diode, so we test diode in both forward reading and reverse reading. So before this class, we have already covered and have a knowledge on what we call forward reading and reverse reading under the code testing. Okay, I think you have watched the video to that point.
Yeah, I just stop at the two type of multimeter side.
How? There is many lecture ahead of you.
Yeah, I can see that.
You have to fast about it, so that we can meet up on our next class, because we still have many class to cover. Okay, so
there's no problem.
all right. So in that code testing, we talk about forward reading and reverse reading. So it is because those guys are not online, so they are the one they will have understand what we call forward reading and reverse reading. But notwithstanding, so we move on. So now, in order to carry out the testing of diode, so in forward reading, so testing of diode, so in forward reading, so this is a diode. So diode have two terminals, that's anode positive and cathode, that's the negative. So this is the symbol of diode on schematics. So when we get to basic reading of schematics reading, so we are going to know the working principle. But let me just brief about it. So because we have to identify the positive side and negative side. So on schematics, because this side is a negative side, that's why we see it like this. So they put a negative sign to it, in order to indicate that this is a negative side. This is a negative side, and this is positive. The free part is positive. So also on the physical components of diode, so on the physical, the real component, so it will be indicated, the negative part also will be indicated with line like this. So we're telling you that this is the positive, and this is the negative. So that's that about that. So now, in order to carry out the test in forward reading, so we are going to set our multimeter to diode mode. Okay, so in our multimeter section, so we cover about each mode and what are the components that you can use them to test. So among the mode or the section of multimeter is called diode mode. So we use that diode mode to test the diode, and many other you still have many other aspects that we use it. Now, so we are going to set our multimeter to diode mode. Now, in forward reading, so that in the forward reading principle, so the red probe will be in the red terminal of the diode. The positive terminal of the diode. So this is the red probe. So to the positive terminal of the diode, and the black probe to the negative terminal of the diode. So in that case, what we have, reading will occur. So the multimeter will display reading. Alright, so that's our forward reading. So now, in that case, we are going to carry out the reverse reading. Okay, so as I said earlier, that this is the read component of okay. Let's move to reverse reading. Now, in reverse reading, so setting our multimeter also in the same position, that's the diode mode. So in reverse reading, we are going to interchange the probe. That's the reverse reading. So that means that the negative terminal, the positive terminal will go to the negative probe of the multimeter.
Yeah.
So we are going to place it to the negative terminal of the diode, and the black probe to the positive terminal of the diode. In that case, OL. Okay, so and I told them that in GR tracing universal method, so I let the when you get there, you are going to understand. So that whenever we have OL, OL is you have a two meaning in different perspective. So OL can mean open line. And also over limits. So depend on the aspect we are testing. So I told them in the GR tracing universal method. Alright, so in this case, it is over limit, not open. Alright, so this is how to test a diode on mobile PCB. So our multimeter. So both in forward reading, we carry out the forward reading and the reverse reading. Alright, so now this is the read component on the board. So as I told you that with that read component on the board, they are going to indicate the positive
side.
The negative side, I mean. So you can see the line. So that is telling you that that's the cathode, which is negative, and the free side is anode. That's positive. Okay. Now let's go on board. Let's go on board. Alright, so now this is one of the example of diode. So this diode. Let me try to clean it. So according to what I said, that on the read component on the board, so this is what. So please, can you tell me which terminal is this? This side of this diode?
Right there. The negative.
That's the negative.
Yeah.
So they have indicated, and this free part is what is positive. All right. So we are going to set our multimeter to diode mode. So you can see that when we are on diode mode, you have already shown us the symbol of a diode on multimeter.
Okay.
Alright. So now in forward reading, we said that we are going to put the positive terminal, the positive probe, the positive probe to the positive terminal of the diode, and the negative.
Okay.
So this is the negative probe to the negative terminal of the diode. So in that case, the reading will occur. So we can see a diode value. So that's
0.2 or
that's 218 diode value. Because the multimeter is
forget about the zero.
No, the multimeter is 4 digits. It's a 4 digits multimeter. Okay, so I'm going to consider the after point reading.
Okay.
So that's 218 diode value. Alright. So now we said in reverse. In reverse. So that is we are going to interchange our probe. So now the negative probe. Okay. So we are going to place it to the positive terminal of the diode. And the positive probe to the negative terminal of the diode. So now let me zoom it. Okay, to the negative terminal. So in that case, we have what? OL, no reading. So this is the testing of a good diode, and this is the good condition of the diode.
Okay.
So there will be reading in one side. So in interchanging of your probe, no reading. So reading will come in one side. So reading will not come in other side. So that's the good condition of the diode. And sometimes okay.
But what if the two side is coming? That means the diode have issue.
Yes, we are still coming here. We are still going to the damage of the diode. Okay. Alright, so now when we have tests like this, there are some conditions whereby maybe the section or some components along the way that the diode was connected. So there may be some affection from another component whereby the reading can mislead or confuse. So in that case, in order to know that diode is good, we try to remove it on the board. And test it again. Okay, so now let's try to do that. So if the diode is good, the same condition that it gave us now is the one that is supposed to give us even when it's not connected on the board. But now this is what we are trying to clarify, that there are some times that it may give you some confusing reading. But in order to clear the path, it's either you remove it completely or to try to to try to lift one leg of the diode on the board. Okay, but now let's try to remove it. So let's try to remove it. Okay, so now we have removed it on the board. So now let's check again. Okay, so let's just check directly. So in both forward reading and reverse reading. So now, so let's check in this forward. Okay, so now no reading, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me interchange the probe. Okay. Okay. Okay, the thing I've tried to fall aside.
Okay.
So it has, I think I've lost this diode because the force of that.
Okay, fell down. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, notwithstanding, let me try to use another one. Not wasting our time. Okay, let's quickly use this one. Alright, so now let's try to check. Okay, so now, so this forward reading. So in forward reading, we have what? Can see? We have your reading.
Wow, yeah.
Alright, so now in reverse. In reverse. No reading.
Yeah.
So now this is telling us that the diode is in good condition.
Okay.
So even if you are getting confused when it's still attached on the board, So the reading may be affected by other components. So in order to clarify that it's good, so you have to remove it or lift one leg and then test it. Okay, so that's how to test a diode. Alright, so now that's how to test a diode. So now let's move forward.